Hello, and welcome back to another Only Hosts episode of the Have We Made It Yet podcast. I am one of your co-hosts, the comedian Josh Young.
And I'm the account manager.
the account manager of Only Hosts.
Yeah. No, this is I'm Lucas, the actor portion of this podcast.
Yes, and we're here once again in sunny Vancouver. We have the blinds because the white balance would be too far off. But yes, back in Vancouver, hometown, and we finally got a chance to do another live episode after a couple episodes abroad because we're international. You know, last episode, Sao Paulo, Vancouver. Yeah, nobody's in Toronto anymore in that situation. But yeah, welcome to the 86th episode of the Have We Made It Yet podcast. 5 years in, 5.5 years in, and we're still going strong.
5 years.
We're still going strong. And you know what? Lots of ups and downs, lots of changes, which is why it's important to remember that this podcast is about two creatives, you know, artists really trying to make it in this industry, in this world of fame and artistry and yada yada. So
yeah,
we started this podcast so we could share our experiences up and down for our new listeners, for our existing listeners. You know who you are, Charles.
Thank you, Charles.
Yeah, and yeah, so as we always do, as we always start, gotta ask each other the big question. Hey Lucas, have you made it yet?
Have I made it yet? I've been asked this question literally close to 86 plus times already, and yes. I mean, the question will remain the same, but the answers will also remain the same. No, I have not made it yet. Although I do feel like I'm in a better spot in general within life. The body is a gift, Josh. The body is a gift.
Your body is a temple. Your body is a wonderland.
Yeah. Are you quoting songs as well?
I guess. Yeah. Well, I mean, I just went there. While I was saying your body is a wonderland, I think I slipped a little into Trump too. Your body is a wonderland. Your body is what a great body.
Because I was about to go the complete opposite in that Arcade Fire song. Oh. My body is a cage. Man. That went the other direction.
Oh,
yeah.
What's the idea behind my body is a cage?
Oh, I don't know. I think when is his name Win Butler wrote it. He was talking about like insecurities and how he can't go because he's all trapped in his own mind, little trapped in cages and everything. But I mean, the moment you do break away and your body actually it does what you say it can do, then you've had some major unlocks in life. Yeah. So have lofty goals and commit to it and try and do it. Yeah. All that just comes in line with the marathon that I just finished.
Amazing.
Earlier this month.
Yes.
So thanks for that. And
crazy.
We can go more into that a little bit later, but maybe not too much in the acting side right now. But at the same time, grateful for this body and grateful for you too, bro.
Oh, I appreciate it, man. I'm grateful for you. I'm so happy we're able to keep this going.
Yeah, man.
And yeah, it's crazy to think like the ups and downs your body physically has gone through. As I was saying, but yeah, so you know what, ups and downs, but I feel like you got to go through the physical ups and downs, also the mental ups and downs. Sometimes you go through mental barriers, or emotional highs and lows.
Yeah,
and you know it's all part of trying to make it, making it. And as you say, it's like we've been asking each other this question 86 and plus times.
Yeah,
but even though the answer is no, I feel like it's shades of no.
Wait. Hold on. I need to ask you the question before you proceed with your answer.
Sure.
Mr. Comedian Josh Young.
Yes. Thank you.
Have you made it yet?
I have not made it yet. I feel like to continue on my previous kind of assessment of our no's, but it's like shades of no.
Oh, for sure.
You know, because it's a no. Every no is different. It's not exactly, you know, one no is like further along than another no.
Yeah.
So it's no, but will we ever reach yes? Maybe. Well, once we get past that kind of, you know, internal trauma or childhood
Yeah.
issues, and maybe all of this was just a sense of trying to attain the love of others, where we could, I don't know why I'm going this deep or this
Dude,
far.
heal that inner child, man.
Yeah, it's like, because even if we achieve these physical
Yeah.
goals or accolades, if we don't have the emotional healing, you know what I mean.
This post brought to you by BetterHelp.
BetterHelp.com. Make sure with registered therapists in your area.
Yeah.
It's the reverse registered sex offenders website, because it shows you the
Oh, I see. I see.
it shows you healthy individuals that can help you deal with trauma, as opposed to sex offenders that are dishing out trauma. It's the reverse.
Can you imagine if they had a DM function between clients for BetterHelp? I think that's
Yeah.
that's like Strava being the new dating app. Like
They probably, I mean, I imagine they have a DMing, but I wonder if it's like 24/7. That would be
Sure.
too much.
Yeah.
Probably it's like if you got an issue and you got to message them, then yeah. We should really get a sponsorship from them and then try it out. But way beside what I was saying. Oh my god. So it's a no, but I am very excited to announce a bold.
Wow, here it comes.
Yes, a bold new direction for Josh Young,
Okay.
where, comedy is something I am pursuing to varying degrees.
Yes.
But of course, the way I see it is like, I want the freedom to also do other creative endeavors. And then I look at my life and I'm like, what kind of lifestyle?
Okay.
What kind of routine do I want?
Right.
It's like, okay, let me reassess everything and be
Wow.
like, hey, what can I imagine the ideal version of my life would be? It's like, having flexibility.
Yeah.
Everybody wants flexibility, control over your destiny.
Wow.
In the current industry of AI, like, everybody's getting pretty fucked. From not only artists and like filmmakers or production or crew. And then if you go into, white collar jobs, blue collar jobs, robotics, AI taking over, admin jobs and stuff like that, it's like, you really got to be a bit more careful into, sure, you may stay into, say, like a corporate job, but who knows?
Yeah.
If AI comes in and replaces you, it's like, you're screwed. So I was thinking, it's like, maybe I got to try something where I can build myself.
Okay.
And that if I build it up, then it's something that I own, right? So I thought about what's an area I like to go into. I like food.
Okay.
I like to get more involved in food. I love travel. I think it's just part of my personality. I cannot stay in one place. I don't think, like, I just always want to explore.
Yeah.
I feel like in this life, you only get one opportunity to live, I guess. And for some reason, I'm just more focused on traveling.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, what can I do? What kind of idea can I do that involves food, that involves, creating some kind of content related to food,
Yeah.
related to travel. And then, lo and behold, one night in November, while I've been, peruse, just thinking about this, because I sleep rather late at night, but like, it's just 3 a.m. in the morning.
Damn.
This idea came to my head. It's like, okay, mukbang content where people eat food
Yeah.
for the pleasure of whoever's watching it.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm thinking about something like that. Maybe I could do something like that. But in my experience doing the podcast, sleep podcast, I'm like, I got to make it more streamlined, a little bit more efficient, the process, so I don't feel burnt out by it.
Yeah.
So how can I make it as simple a concept of like mukbang? So there are some of these food creators out there where they'll record them eating food
Yeah.
in a car,
Oh, sick.
but in a car from point of view perspective,
Yeah.
right? And it doesn't show themselves physically eating it.
Oh.
So there's different variations. One of them is where people will film themselves giving food reviews. And in my head, I don't think I want to see myself eat.
Yeah.
Physically eating it, and I'm not sure I want to put that out there.
Yeah.
But I like the idea of point of view.
Okay.
So you just have the food, you have the food in front of you, you're kind of like pulling it apart, eating it. So the ASMR element of it is kind of like the food mukbang ASMR feeling. So that in my mind, okay, cool. Point of view perspective. Now, I don't want to have to say anything or speak in it, so that cuts off the need to write scripts. Make it a bit more streamlined there. So it's like, okay, I actually followed this creator called Mo Eats.
Oh, is he an Asian guy?
No,
with a bandana?
I think he's a white dude.
Oh,
but he does these type of things. Right?
Yeah.
So it's like in his car.
Yeah.
And he's got just the food laid out, quick cuts.
Yeah.
Just see them. And this guy's got like 1 million plus on TikTok, like 270K on Instagram. But it's this style, right? And maybe I'll be able to show. Mo Eats. It's kind of like that. I don't know if that will come up properly, but it's this idea. Now, he's pulling the food apart with his hands.
Yeah.
So in the middle of the night, I'm thinking, what can I do to differentiate myself?
Yeah.
Because you need a differentiator. You need something that sticks out.
Yeah, no.
And
oh my God.
The thing that came to my mind is, how do I eat? I usually eat with chopsticks. So what if I did a point of view perspective where I ate foods, like takeout foods, Western foods, etc., but with chopsticks and only chopsticks?
Cool.
So there's a little bit of a interest, like what is it? A style to it where it's like, you see me eating burgers with chopsticks or pizza with chopsticks.
Nice.
Or non-traditional Asian food with chopsticks, because it's like people haven't seen it. So if they haven't seen it and it just pops up as you're scrolling, then it comes up. It's like, oh, interesting. But I think the thing that really sold me on it is the name, and I came up with a perfect name.
Are you gonna?
And
okay,
I'm gonna reveal it. I may be overselling it, but the name is Only Chopsticks. But only chopsticks with an X at the end, and not CKS. So only chopsticks. And in my mind, once that name hit my head at 3 a.m. in November, I felt like I had something, because it was like, it's like Facebook, or it's like, you come up with that name. It's a perfect name in my opinion, because it, one, tells you exactly what it is. The concept is one-to-one. You see me eating food with chopsticks, he's eating it only with chopsticks. Only chopsticks. Perfect. In the lexicon currently, OnlyFans is well known. So it's a play on OnlyFans as well, to be only chopsticks. So it's got a double meaning to it. And then adding a little branding at the end with the X is helps with.
Is that the sexy branding, or is that just like?
I don't know. Only chopsticks. Who knows? It could go in a variety of different directions. But with only chopsticks, and this is actually an interesting part of the process, because the second I came up with the idea, I went through all social media. I needed to secure those handles right away.
Right.
And then I found there was like some Instagram or whatever accounts had only chopsticks with CKS.
Bitches. Wait, that's okay. That's okay.
But that's okay. But that is what made me realize, I switch it to X.
Yeah.
It's unique enough that I can secure all the handles.
Right.
And it's good for branding, because then I can make sure I do copyright on it specifically as only chopsticks. And now, let me tell you, once I got this idea, I started expanding upon it.
Yeah.
And I did some trial runs. I did some tests in December. And I wanted to do some testing on my own.
Yeah.
So as the content is getting released, you can see that I'm eating the food with the chopsticks. But something I noticed on the Mo Eats accounts, and this is through scrolling myself in analysis, that you need not only an eye-catching calling card, but you need some little details in it as well.
Yeah.
So in Mo Eats, what he has is, because he's in his car, he has his doors open, and in the background you can see sometimes the doors are open, like 3 doors are open, 2 doors are open, 1 doors are open. And I noticed in the comments, and this is a good analysis, it striked out engagement because people would ask questions like, why does he have 2 doors open? Why does he have 1 door open? Or it's like, oh, that's his style. It's like, why does he have a baby bottle?
Yeah.
That he uses for, like, drinks and stuff.
Oh, he's a freak.
Yeah, I mean, it's what he's come up with as his calling card, and I'm like, okay, how do I do that as well? In the background of my Only Chopsticks mukbang videos.
Wait, do you want to release Easter eggs already? Or
I think I want to, because this is the process of, like, thinking up of this idea.
Okay.
And, like, making it, right? How are we making it? I like explaining this to people so that, like, to my friends, that they can understand and see where the ruminating and the strategizing part of it is.
Okay.
So, as one element of it is, I'll have a monitor or, like, my screen in the background.
Yeah.
Taking up maybe half of the screen, and I'll play videos on it.
Nice.
But I'll play videos from my Ambi cross product branding from Ambi white noise app, available on the Microsoft Store. Links below in the description. Where we're also adding more channels, video screensaver features on it. So if I play the video screensavers in the back while I'm doing this food content, then I actually think yours.
I muted for a second.
Oh, you muted.
I was coughing.
Okay,
I was coughing.
it's all right. So what is it? Where was I going? If I have the visual of it in the background, the idea is I'm going to cross promote between Only Chopsticks and Ambi, and therefore I'm also doing marketing for my other venture and other app. So there's layers upon this idea that is able to expand into the other projects I'm working on.
Okay.
Not only that, if I think about content and cross content partnerships, if I do some kind of partnership with, like, a bigger food brand, I can just, like, if it's McDonald's, I have McDonald's food laid out, eat it with chopsticks, and then I can have a McDonald's commercial in the background as well. Add it as another touch point of engagement.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm thinking about all of this, and it was like, this is one area, but then I also was like, I like traveling, I like going, I want to be able to expand outside of just this idea of, like, point of view. So I'm like, how could I take this on the road? Like, what if I went to restaurants? What if I went and did things while I was, like, experiencing it? And then a part of it is that at one point towards the end, you see me eating food with chopsticks, right? So I'm out and about in public.
Yeah.
But how can I streamline? How can I make it easy? And then I looked and I found, the Meta smart glasses, right? If you have the Meta smart glasses, you can record point of view up to 3 minutes, and you can go about and do things. And so I thought this is a great idea where I can expand this concept into the rest of the world, into traveling, into going to restaurants. And that therefore allows me to get to when I'm traveling, use all of that as a potential ability to say, like, I traveled to Brazil, right? The entire time I was in Brazil, I was either trying different foods or trying different restaurants, but also doing things like going to the beach, going hiking, going all that. So the idea behind it is, if I'm doing all of that and I see that point of view kind of voyeuristic vlogging type of experience, but then you also see me eating something random or interesting or local with chopsticks while I'm doing it, then there's that kind of novelty element of it.
Yeah.
So a lot of times when I do hikes up to the top of a mountain, I'd bring with me, like, some food, some sandwiches, some pastries, and then at the top of the mountain with the great view in the background, I would bring out my chopsticks, I would take the pastries, and then I'd eat it from point of view style.
Yeah.
Right. So basically, all of it comes together. The end goal is to basically make a lifestyle where I can travel, I can eat, I I can do all of these activities and just expense it all as a business expense. That's the ultimate goal, is to expense every single element of your life as a business expense to fight inflation. When it comes down to it, it's all macroeconomic issues and influences.
In your opinion, it's Big Mac economics.
Oh, yes, sir. Big Mac index. You need to find ways to curb your inflationary expenses. And you know what? If it works, brilliant. I've got, there's so many ways I could expand it into, partnerships with, say, cruises or resorts or experiences, or, you could go to whatever conference or what. I like it because it's a concept that can be effervescent and allows me the freedom to be able to go in any direction I'd like to, as long as I have chopsticks and I eat food with chopsticks.
Yeah.
And so far, I've been doing a lot of testing. I've been doing a lot of, while I was in Brazil, a lot of touristy stuff, daily stuff, and just capturing as much footage as I can.
Yeah.
And editing it behind the scenes and just making sure I have enough content so that when I release it, I can release it on a steady schedule.
Yeah.
And it's been interesting throughout this production process to also learn more about how to put it out. I realized at one point as well, I need to have clip accounts, right?
Oh, yeah.
So you take the main content, which is probably going to be 3 to 4 minutes.
Yeah.
And then you clip it into smaller pieces. That is another element of engagement. And unfortunately, in this engagement economy, where you look at, is this going to be a philosophical thing that is going to help people? Is it going to
brain rot? You mean?
Yeah. Is it going to create more and more brain rot? But brain rot with chopsticks. Only chopsticks brain rot. Is that a societal net positive, net negative? I mean, I don't want to think about it too much because
net zero.
It could be net zero, and in my opinion, it's income tax offsetting net positive. So that's one of the strategy there. But at the end of the day, if I could build out, because this is also hedging against AI.
Yeah.
Because if I can build this brand out, this audience out, having this audience, barring some kind of social, societal, collapse of society, in my mind is more reliable than sticking with certain jobs that who knows, in 2-3 years, AIs might make it obsolete, and then the company any company or major corporation, they will never hesitate to let you go, lay you off, fire you. But I see this as, what if I use AI to my benefit and create a brand or something that I can rely on, and then I can monetize the content and experience that way. So that's the plan.
Amazing.
I think this is what I need to do in order to hedge, the corporate life and the corporate tech job, and be able to, hopefully turn this into the lifestyle I imagine in the future.
Fuck yeah.
And you know what? When we release this, you'll have all the beginnings of the content that I'm going to release. So go straight to the links in this video, in this podcast, and like and follow, share Only Chopsticks. That's Only Chopsticks with an X at the end. Or Only Chopsticks World, which is going to be the travel portion of it.
Oh, shit.
Yes. And then, various Only Chopsticks clip accounts as well.
Mr. International, man. Let's go.
Mr. Worldwide. Mr. Worldwide. Not trademarked because Pitbull has that. But Mr. Chopsticks Worldwide. Mr. World Chopsticks.
Are you saying this for AAPI month right now?
You know what? I am a strong supporter of the chopsticks. I've said this for years. I have jokes about it, comedy bits about it.
Oh, yeah, you do.
And I've decided to make chopsticks my identity. And let me tell you, when I was in a really kind of bougie cafe in Rio, in the middle of this cafe. It was like very famous, very popular. And you just see an Asian guy eating a bunch of pastries and cakes with a chopstick.
Yeah.
You're going to do a double take. You're going to be like, what is that?
So you brought your own chopsticks in there?
Oh, I brought a wide variety of chopsticks.
Okay.
And colors.
Yeah.
Because you want a little variety. And I'm just eating stuff. I mean, and this is what I've learned. This is something, people at home can try. I've discovered that eating desserts with chopsticks, I think, is the best way you can eat desserts.
Even like creme brulee?
Oh, yeah. Because if you think about the consistency of most desserts,
Yeah.
they're usually kind of moist, kind of squishy, kind of, decadent. Maybe they're like, fragile pieces.
Yeah.
What better way to handle and navigate that than using chopsticks to scoop up or pick out, the soft squishiness of mousse or cake or ice cream with brownies.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, it's an experience.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
So count me in for a it's gonna sound so lame. Count me in for a follow. I mean, I'm there for it.
Yes.
I'm there for it.
It will get there, and as things get bigger and the following gets more, my ultimate goal is you gotta get into merchandising. All right.
Before we go into there, how are we for time?
I think we're pretty much at the limit. I just wonder.
Yeah, I know that's just making
Wait,
sure.
but if it turns off, doesn't it turn off? Like we'll know when it turns off?
Yeah, I just don't want it to like kill the battery and then anytime we miss it.
Well, let's take a look. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
And 3, 2, 1. And we're back again to talk about merchandising. Now, when you're starting a whole new brand, from what I've seen, the opportunities for merchandising is going to be key because you want to diversify your income streams when it comes to your content creation and brand associations, which is why the ultimate goal, I think, when it comes to Only Chopsticks, trademark pending when I submit an application for it, that I would like to be able to produce, design, and create my own brand of Only Chopsticks.
Shit.
So now that I got a product that is perfectly aligned with the brand, with the content, I'll go to China because chopsticks are from China and this is not a cost-cutting measure. Production from... You want authentic made in China chopsticks, right? That's my excuse. For the margins. So you get your made in China only chopsticks.
Yeah.
Okay. Branding. You're gonna have the design on the ends of the chopsticks. Right. You're gonna have a variety of colors. Okay. Only chopsticks. Whenever I actually go out and do the content, right? I'm eating food at Michelin restaurants with chopsticks. I know. It'll be the novel element, but also there'll be some hate. There'll be some hate because you'll see me eating like food with, and when I travel, I'll travel with the chopsticks. I know I would love to do a food trip to Italy.
Yeah. Oh, dude, you're gonna piss off so many people.
But I can guarantee you, I may get hate crimed because if I'm eating pasta with chopsticks or pizza, which they already have issues with pineapple on pizza. I can only imagine the subtle / not so subtle discrimination of seeing an Asian guy eating Napolitan pizza in the streets at a restaurant with chopsticks. The amount of stares that I will get and fears for my life. It'd be interesting.
Yeah, good content.
Good content. And if I might say, Italian food, I love Italian food, is low-key European Asian food, European Chinese food.
Man, hot take.
Hot take. But anyways, so it's like, branding, the future product line. and it's something that I'll be showcasing every time I actually go. So it's additional marketing. It's all in line. That's what I like about the idea, is that the synergy is there. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Josh, aren't there going to be copycats out there? And yet there could be. And if there are copycats, I will sue them into the ground. No, I actually think that if there are copycats, that means I'm onto something, because then only more people will be aware of this. Oh, chopsticks. But there will be only one Only Chopsticks. There will only be one with the branding and the establishment of it. All right, which is why my idea is novel enough where even if somebody was to copy it, they don't have the perfect name. They'll come up with some off-brand, chopsticks, travel chopsticks, blah, blah, blah. But they're not the only chopsticks. They're not only chopsticks with an X. So I'm not worried about that either. And which is why I'm like, I'll share this idea, because like, and then if somebody wants to copy it based upon this idea, it's up to you to get ahead of me, but I'm already well ahead of you in the ideation, in the execution, in the concept of this.
Right.
So I am fully confident that I can throw those pretenders to the side.
Sheesh, man. Are you taking on investors?
I mean, that would actually be kind of, it'd be nice, but I do like the idea of like full ownership dictatorship.
Cool.
It's like right now it's like I'm investing some of my own, obviously my own money into it, and spending into production of the food, of the travel. But I like it that I've already bought the necessary equipment. I already have others. I'm just using my phone for like the standard mukbang point of view content. And then I bought the meta glasses for the travel point of view content. So that's already been spent capital, because those are necessary pieces of equipment. And then in the future, I would be interested in expanding into like, drones maybe. Right? Maybe I can add a drone element to my chopsticks idea. But basically all of this is like, it gives me a purpose to travel. And along with the ambient sound app, I'm doing a lot more vistas, and I'll show you some great new packages we put out from Rio. Stunning views.
Nice.
That when I'm traveling, I'll also do that as part of the work as well. So ambient sound project, Only Chopsticks project, and that's my plan. And you know what? If it works out in the next few years, great. I can fully rely upon it. If not, have the supplemental, income and have it going as side projects until at a certain point it makes it out. But
I'm always just thinking of branding too. I mean, we can take this offline at the same time, but I'm going to say it live anyways. But if you are doing the chopsticks with an X, there has to be the incorporation of the chopsticks in there.
Interesting.
So just throwing it out there if you want that idea. But
you know what's funny? I set up my business entity. I call it Willow Elm Creative Agency.
Where's that from?
Elm, fun fact, is actually the street I live on.
Oh, yeah.
And then Willow, I'm revealing a lot of insider information so that whoever actually comes across this in years to come, you'll know the details of it. Is that Willow is actually stands for like willow tree. And if you look at the Chinese translation of willow trees, it's technically the same as my last name. So it's Yang.
No way.
Yang tree.
Oh.
It's like Yang is the style of the tree there. And Liu Yang, which is a more artistic, poetic description of willow trees, is kind of how I'm taking that inspiration, translating into like willow. So Willow Elm Creative Agency. I'm basically throwing every bit of this Only Chopsticks content idea into that and expensing it kind of like through that as this business entity.
You're going all in on chopsticks, man.
Chopsticks, that's going to be my bread and butter, even though those are not Asian related foods. It'll be my
What?
rice and oil. Rice is my rice and oil. Chopsticks. Yeah. So
Fuck yeah.
you've seen it now. You've heard it now. This is going to be the beginning of the Only Chopsticks empire.
Nice.
And you know what? I've got a lot of ideas, but the way I see it is each idea is iterating upon the next idea.
Yep.
I think with the sleep podcast, it did teach me that you can get burnt out if you don't think through the process element of it. So that's why I'm trying to streamline the content as much as possible, so I don't have to write scripts for it. I don't have to set up, if I'm in a restaurant, I don't have to set up lights or like a phone and record myself. And it's like everybody's like looking at you. It's obvious attention. It's like then you gotta worry about, you know, how you're lighting yourself, how you perform. As opposed to this is like point of view. People enjoy the point of view experience as well, in a voyeuristic way, an ASMR way. And it's simple. I just record, I eat, and then edit and put it out and do the rest of the work that way. So
it's true. I watch a lot of eating competition videos on YouTube. Beard meets food is classic. This other guy called Sentil. His last name is Sentil, but he goes by Atlas. Dude, when that guy eats Atlas, crowds of people are just watching him, cheering him on. Like, if he can't finish it, like, it's actually kind of embarrassing at times. But, like, can you imagine just gorging yourself something that you absolutely love, but then you have to perform at the same time?
Yeah.
So, like, honestly, that's a cool idea, man. You get to eat it for the sake of eating it. And if people want to watch, they can watch. It's great, man.
And it's I think there's the novelty of it and seeing it in different environments also adds to it. So this is the idea. This is kind of the focus and the path I've created for myself. And you know, we'll continue with the journey and see how things go.
Hell yeah, man. Let's go. Let's get it, man. Should we
only chopstick? Yeah.
Did we just scissor ourselves?
I saw when you did that. I knew exactly what it would look like, and you know what? I decided to do it anyway for the meme.
I mean, at the same time, like it could be our calling card for fans. Like
that was even worse.
Yeah,
we just did this. It's like we're.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, for the memes.
For the memes, at a certain point, is like you got to blur that out.
Is memes a millennial thing? Is that like a boomer thing to say now? Like, I feel that's such an old person, like charcuterie boards or like
a meme.
Yeah, and memes. It's like only millennials and
but is it being used so much that memes at the end of the day just means things? Because everything that we do, people post on the internet, and when other people see people posting that on the internet, they think it's a meme, but it's really just something that's happening. Or just an object or an action. And it's just every day. So then at the end of the day, it's like, is it just life? Is life just a meme? Are we just, what is life? What is a meme? What is and it's like the next generation is just using cringe for everything. If everything is cringe, then nothing is cringe. You can't do, you know, just cringe for everything.
The epitome of that question is, what is full stop?
Yes. To be or not to be.
Full stop.
Yeah. Have we made it yet? Question mark.
Yeah, like I just remember grade 11 English. We just need a noun and an action, such as like I am. That is literally a sentence.
I am. Yes.
I am.
Am I?
Am I?
I am. I. Who? What's the shortest sentence again in the world? It's like.
I am, isn't it?
Is that? Would no also be yes?
No. There's no subject.
But I feel like there is a verb that can be both the subject and the verb that allows it to be like go or do. Well, we could ask each other these questions all
Yes.
we want, and we could also Google it up. But then at that point, it's like, what's the point of anything? Anyways,
Precisely. Cool.
that's my update. That's my no. That's my no. And like I said, there are varying degrees of no.
Yeah.
Have I made it? No. But have I essentially created a new stream of questions where has that made it? Also no. So it's just other variations of no.
Man, like I had a realization recently. Like before, when I was a lot more active, like doing self-tapes, like literally right there. I know no one can see it, but that's where my self-tape section used to be.
Yeah.
And I was a lot more like open to being in front of the camera and all that stuff and all that. Now, I'm not sure, maybe it's just like a lack of exposure now, but like, I'm like, I don't like to like put myself out there as much anymore.
Interesting.
It's a weird thing. Like maybe it's literally just lack of exposure now that I'm not exposing myself, for lack of a better term. I'm not like not that type of exposing, but you know what I mean.
We might enter a recession. Both you and I may have to expose ourselves that way. Who knows? Only chopsticks. Maybe that's the only thing we wear. Only chopsticks. But anyways, yes, but I can see that where it's like a muscle. You almost have to be like, once you start getting into it, then the initial feeling is dampened, and like you could do it more.
But I kind of at the same time, like I'm sure there are a lot of actors. I don't know stats, but like the classic example is like Joaquin Phoenix. Like he doesn't care for being out there. He doesn't care for like exposure and like going on as many reels as possible right now.
Yeah.
So, like I'm at kind of, maybe this is just the point of growing up. Like I don't need to always be out there and have my face everywhere. It's like, no, I kind of like my spot right now. And like with my friends, of course, with you and everything, like we're doing this and everything, but I don't, it's not that I'm scared of it, but I'm like, I don't run to it anymore, like a moth to that light.
Interesting. But do you think that's because like you've discovered new objectives, or it's like what you felt like was your desire or motivation to like push yourself more in that direction has changed and adjusted as you've gotten married? You're entering more of a settled, say, phase. You've been working at your company for over a year now.
Yeah. Since 2020,
and you're doing great in it. So it's like that kind of positive reinforcement also makes you feel like you maybe, less. It's like you want to feel the accomplishment of doing the job that you're good at.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Does it feel like that's been like a noticeable change or something?
Yeah, and that is a noticeable change, and thanks for elaborating on that. I mean, it's just there's just so much to life that I realize.
Whoa.
Like,
yeah.
Like right now we are, Josh went on his like epic Brazilian trip and everything like that. I just came back from my own trips too. People who follow me on Instagram, of course, like saw my posts and everything like that. But at that same time, it's just right now I'm at a place right now where I can finally live in not so much of a scarcity mindset, but scarcity versus abundance and everything. And for the first time, I'm thinking of the future and where I want to be. And life has really opened up since. And I'm just, I don't want to sound corny or cheesy, but I'm just so grateful for where I am right now that I don't feel the need to jump in front of every camera. I don't feel the need to be that whole hustle culture of like a starving actor, because that is not my life right now.
Yeah.
And the overall feeling of gratitude that I have that abundant mindset has just really shifted, where I feel like I'm confident without having to constantly put myself out there.
You know what? That's very fair, like reassessment, because it's like not the second you mention that, it's like not being in that scarcity mindset anymore. That just immediately flashed back to when we started this.
Oh man!
Right?
Yeah,
It's like the idea and the approach and where you were and where I were was is like seeing you describe where you're at in that way compared to what I remember back then. It's like, wow, we've come a long way.
Yeah.
You know, it's like now you don't have to feel that anxiety of, is like, am I doing it, or what is it, the imposter syndrome. Do you feel like you have, where does that imposter syndrome element feel nowadays?
You know what? Like, I don't feel as if I don't belong in any type of rooms that I walk in. So it's definitely not there. But of course, that doesn't mean nerves are gone.
Yes.
Like, I mean, yeah, like social anxiety is still real to this day, and it's not because I don't think people are gonna hate me when I walk into a room. It's just when you walk into a room with strangers, it could be a little daunting at times. But at the same time, I just understand that. Okay, here, take that same nervousness. You feel your palms are sweaty. Don't worry, just wipe it and use that same grip to grip on tighter for that first handshake. Your eyes are a little bit more dilated. All good, man. Just make sure that you cast your gaze along the room, and when you are engaged in conversation with a new person, look right at them.
I mean, that,
like, use that nervousness. It's all good, man.
That just sounds like it all comes from experience.
Exactly,
right?
man.
It's like once you're more experienced and confident in knowing what to do in those situations, then it's like, the imposter syndrome is less so. Is when you say it, then the imposter syndrome is more the not knowing. But now that you know more, you feel less of it, and you're more of just like imposter syndrome. Imposter. Anyways, no, but that's great to hear. I think that therefore moving forward, it's like you can be more specific or pointed. In some of your choices. Are you still or going back to like acting classes, or like what are those like that
ideas? Is one of my goals, to finish this year with at least one class.
Okay.
I mean, of course, this is all, and it's great to finally have like options with this. It's like, if I want to do it, I don't have to do it, but I want to do it, but I can take my time with this, because I am not an actor. I am a person who acts, among all the other things that I do in life. So just, I'll do it at my time, and I'll probably meet some great up-and-coming actors at the same time, too, in that same class. And it's, hey, man, like, no one, this rapper, country artist named Jelly.
Oh, Jelly Roll?
Jelly Roll, yeah. He has a song that talks about, like, going into AA meetings and, like, addiction meetings. Yeah. And he said this one really pointed line. Like, people are really down when they go into those type of meetings. And he says, and he heard from one of the people that was there, he said, here, no one comes into these things on a winning streak. And it's like, here, man, when you go into class, that means that you're putting in the work. No one's going to come out looking incredible. We're all going to get muddy. We're all going to look like shit, but we're all striving together. So none of that imposter syndrome. It's just everyone putting in the work. So nice. I can't wait to try that once it happens. Yo, man, I'm excited for us. I'm excited for us, bro. Oh, yeah. Wait, I'm going to keep on knuckling you. That was even worse. All right, should we cap it here? I guess we should, because this episode is really getting off the tracks. I mean, only chopsticks. We're chopsticking each other. One more time. Oh, good God, we got to blur that out. Anyways. But yes, it's another. But I think this is a great. I'll remember this episode, because it's like it's a marker in both of our journeys in this podcast. We're gonna see if only Chopsticks makes it. Hell yeah, man! We're gonna see you living your best life and applying that to the pursuit of acting as a person who acts, and we'll see where this goes. And man, 5 years, what a journey, man. And to more 5 years. To more 5 years in the future. If you like what you see and hear, follow us on Instagram first thing, HWMIY podcast. And we still actually have a Facebook page. that I totally forgot at times. But I mean, priority is on Instagram.
We're on everything.
We're on everything.
Instagram and Twitter. But yes, I think we're just more active on Instagram. And also follow both of us, on our socials. Lucas, what are your socials?
My socials, I'm primarily more active on Instagram, so follow me at Lucas John Ing. Ing is just 2 letters, NG.
And, you can follow me on Josh Young Comedy at everything, Instagram, etc. But more importantly, follow me on my new venture, Only Chopsticks. That's Only Chopsticks with an X at the end. Sticks, STIX. Across everything, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Blue Sky, Yellow, Lemonade, whatever, all of that. YouTube Shorts.
Nice.
And Only Chopsticks World as well, additionally. And all the clip accounts as well. So, we'll see how this goes. I'm excited to share with everybody, and we're looking forward to the future, man.
HWMIY podcast on Instagram for this show, and Have We Made It Yet? ? Podcast
On all your platforms.
on all your platforms.
On your podcast platforms. Yeah. All right.
See you later, Charles.
Bye, Charles. Bye, listener.
See you later.
That should be like. When did it?